If you want to understand the unwritten rules of a society, listen to how people greet each other. In the mountains of the Caucasus, the language you use to say hello acts as a highly specific diagnostic tool. If you crossed paths with someone tending hives, you didn't say good morning, you wished them abundant honey. Meeting a hunter returning from the woods required an entirely different vocabulary. You wished them to be the root of 1,000, a direct hope for infinite abundance in their specific trade. The words adapted to mirror the exact labor of the person standing in front of you. Whether they were mowing a field, or making shoes, or herding animals, the greeting acknowledged their immediate physical reality and specific hardship. These highly situational phrases are the visible edge of something much larger. They are the surface expressions of Adyghe Khabze, a massive, ancient, unwritten cultural operating system developed by the Circassian people. Today, the intense situational awareness that built those greetings is vanishing from daily life. What is left of Khabze is increasingly reduced to mere superficial rules. It gets trotted out as a set of performative manners for feasts, heavy drinking, and elaborate table toasts. The surviving fragments of the code are often weaponized. People use them to win arguments or enforce their own status, demanding respect from others without offering mutual aid in return. When an entire cultural framework shrinks down to drinking etiquette, it stops functioning. It devolves from a living cultural immune system into a useless artifact. To understand why this system existed in the first place, look at the historical landscape. The Caucasus Mountains were isolating, rugged, and entirely unforgiving. Khabze wasn't drafted by a king in a palace and handed down to the masses. It evolved organically from the ground up, out of absolute necessity for community survival. Historical Circassia had no centralized police force, no state courts, and no written laws. Every community had to police itself, and essentially every adult male was heavily armed. In a decentralized environment where everyone carries a weapon, a minor insult over land or livestock escalates quickly. Without an external authority to intervene, those conflicts easily spiral into endless, devastating blood feuds. Khabze functioned as the ultimate de-escalator. It demanded radical hospitality and strict mutual respect, even between bitter enemies. It forced individuals to suppress their own egos and follow a predictable social script. This unwritten law served as the essential societal glue, mandating that individuals prioritize the survival and harmony of the community over their own personal pride. Living by this code was a heavy daily burden. It required absolute honesty, intense modesty, and rigid adherence to the social structure. Part of that structure was the requirement to protect the honor of your family, extending back 7 distinct generations. If one individual acted selfishly or broke the code in the present, that dishonor rippled backward, reflecting poorly on their entire ancestral line. The code dictated how complex interactions were managed across the entire society. It defined exactly how hospitality should be offered, ensuring strict protocols were followed across lines of class, gender, and age. This weighty, non-negotiable social contract kept a stateless nation civilized. Which brings us back to the present day. Circassian scholars have issued a specific warning about the illusion of cultural preservation. There is a fatal flaw in treating Khabze like a traditional outfit, something you put on for a wedding or a festival, only to hang it back in the closet for the rest of the year. If someone operates with greed, selfishness, or disrespect in their daily life, raising a glass and reciting a traditional toast does not make them a practitioner of the culture. Treating an ancient code as a convenient accessory hollows it out from the inside. Even if the parties continue and the songs are still sung, the culture itself goes extinct. As the modern globalized world becomes increasingly individualized, society as a whole loses its brakes. We trade the extreme situational empathy of the old code, where a passing greeting acknowledged your specific labor and hardship, for the impatience and isolation of modern life. True culture isn't found in physical artifacts, historical ruins, or weekend festivals. Culture is found exclusively in active, daily, intentional empathy. When we lose that, we lose our only reliable mechanism for maintaining a unified future.